Good morning, hello, happy Monday. We are live. Chris Denman alongside the great Barb.
Travis Terrell.
Hello, Barb. Hey, what's up, Travis? How are you, man? I thought you were going to New York. What's
Hey,
going
you
on?
know, man, it's me. I'm just here doing the job that God intended for me to do with my people.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Carly Lawrence, you know her. She's a comedian and blues in-game host. Thanks for joining again, Carly. It's been 1 week.
It's been
kind of proud of that one. 1 week since you brought the dog in. Excited to have Carly back. She stepped in. May see Rafe Williams in later this week. He had a big, important comedy album meeting that precluded him. I don't know. With executives, probably. Yeah. That we'll keep it just Carly and I today. Travis is up and moving. Maybe we'll see some stuff from him in the comments as he prepares to take on New York. He has landed safely, and we're very excited about that, despite the fact that he stole a bunch of microphone cases for his luggage, is my guess. Do you think that probably happened?
Probably.
We're short a couple trash bags as well.
Sounds very on brand of him.
Yeah, very. It was like, I mean, you weren't using them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. And as a creative,
I didn't know they were yours. I thought they were for everybody.
As a creative, joining us today on a Monday again, we've got Barb. Let's keep a healthy mix of that going. Controlling the Travis drops and the camera angles. Actually, I'm a little mad at him right now because Travis, when he opens the show, gets his own close-up shot, and we start on a wide shot, and Chris Gardner, everybody. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, gentlemen, and good morning, ladies. I'm including Barb.
Hello.
And her sunglasses. And good morning, walnuts.
Oh, wow. He's going to throw them up for everybody, even though Travis isn't
Do
there.
it at home.
He
Travis
is
isn't
doing
here.
That's happening.
Good for you, Gardner.
Do this in your car. If you're watching in your car at a stoplight.
No, please keep both hands on the wheel. Please.
Thank you.
I got flipped off this weekend.
Huh.
After
not a We Are Live fan. Because we know that real We Are Live fans yell, "Eat shit!" if they see you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got flipped off by a lady this weekend.
So,
because I went and let her over into the turn lane when she was in a straight lane.
Of course. I mean, why wouldn't she flip you
And there was
off?
no cars behind me, so I'm like, oh, she can just go behind me.
Uh-huh.
There's no other cars.
Right.
And so I turn left, then get a red light immediately right on Skinker by Forest Park. And I appreciated this move from her, though. She honks her horn as she's behind me at the light. And I look in the rearview mirror, and then she just flips me off. And I just start laughing.
Yeah.
And then I see her yelling in her car. She gets mad because I started laughing. I was laughing because I thought it was a pretty funny move, like to actually honk at someone and to calmly just flip them off.
Right.
I was looking. I laughed at it. But then I saw her yelling in her car, and then I laughed more.
So we do have action in the comment section from one Travis Terrell. He says, "Do throw it up, Chris," and he's a walnut. So,
would Travis say, "My nuts of wall"?
Yeah, he would say something like that. What's more weird? TT not being there, or Chris not being in a blue short sleeve button down with some preppy prints on it? You know, Mondays, I'm trying out black t-shirt Mondays. Carly and Barb came in and they said they've seen enough of the dark blue. I do want to comment on Barb's get up today. Yeah, Barb thinks you have a treat.
Just locked eyes with me and we're just staring. Okay, sure.
Right, okay.
You ruined it.
So with the Blues winning a thrilling game yesterday, take it to Game 7. Did the Blues say, you know what, Game 7, second round, Barb, we're going to hook you up? There's a Blues collar. She's wearing a Blues shirt. What's happening here?
Well, the collar was a giveaway item.
Okay, that was supposed to go to a loyal fan. Okay, gotcha. You pocketed it.
I found a way to get my paws on some, and then the jersey I bought with our own money. From Treats Unleashed, not a sponsor.
Okay. You know, as a sponsor, Pet Once, St. Louis West, I think they might be sneaking by to hook Barb up. So we will see. That could be an exciting thing.
Don't get her too jazzed up.
Right. Calm down, Barb.
She's real excited about it.
So when Blues season ends, like, do we have a wardrobe for Barb we need to explore? Like, what's happening? Can we get her in a carte blanche shirt for Gardner? Are you aware of Gardner's movement?
Yeah, we did.
Touched on it last time?
We touched on it.
Bullpen cards, yeah.
A little bit.
That's it.
Okay. Plenty to get to today. Again, Carly, huge weekend for your hockey team. What does this mean for you? You go to Game 7, second round, could continue. Feels chaotic. Like I know our comedy shows at Southtown have been
Chris, you should interview
back
her
and
like
forth.
she's preparing for the game.
Like
7.
she's prepping? Like,
Yeah.
oh, does that mean she's got to give me horrible, crappy answers that say, like, they're a tough hockey team. They know how to skate. They're really strong. They're going to come out and play their best, so we got to play our best. And don't forget, you got to be speedy around the corners. Ooh, the nets, they're going to be tough to get to, so we're going to work hard. You like that?
The nets.
If you would get to the nets, that would be a goal. Am I incorrect in my statement?
Yeah, it's helpful.
Okay.
It's helpful.
It's an objective of the game.
It's it's preferred.
Oh, okay. So as the Blues in-game host, what's this mean for you? Get hyped, come in, have a good time Tuesday night,
Yeah.
hope it keeps going?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah?
Essentially, that's what happens.
Do you get to take the cup home if they win it?
You know what? Probably. And
Right.
then we will go home and drink the blood of our enemies from
Oh,
it.
my, Barb. Stop whispering
It's,
into Carly's ear.
That's the
kinda
plan.
rude.
That's totally the plan. No, it's yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I hope that we keep going. But the downfall is that like I don't know what my schedule is like.
Yeah, it's pretty
even
crazy.
next week. So but it gives me an excuse to like not hang out with people that I don't want to hang out with.
Right.
They'll be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I have
You
no
have a
idea what my
problem
schedule
saying
is."
no? You have a problem saying no hanging out?
Sometimes.
Man, I don't. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I'll just be like, ooh, gonna stay home
Well,
and do
that's
nothing.
that's the thing. I have to come up with an excuse, and
Right.
that is just like the perfect out. Because I usually
yeah.
don't want to hang out with anybody ever.
Exactly, just Barb.
Exactly.
Barb's really spreading out today. I like that. Do we have a blur ready for her beehole if she gets on the
She's
table?
really commanding.
Uh-huh.
We do not. I was going to allow her
Oh.
to display it.
Oh,
Let me get out of the way.
she's
here.
very, she's very shy currently.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Is she
She's
doing the
hiding it.
splits?
She read the comments
She's-
online last time she was on.
She's reading the room. She's understanding that it's not appropriate
That
currently.
makes sense.
It'll come out to play in a little bit, I'm sure.
We've got a
Oh,
no.
no.
Triangle Assassin says favorite hockey headline comes from Deadspin over the weekend. You familiar with the website?
A bit. Not what this. Not what's
It's a
the headline.
snarky, angry little sports blog.
Yeah.
Favorite hockey headline comes from Deadspin. Blues drop Stars goalie Ben Bishop with puck to the collarbone. Boy, that was good.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, glad we're not on the radio. With puck to the collarbone, score over his writhing body. Did you guys see this? St. Louis native Ben Bishop takes a Parayko slap shot, goes down,
That was
takes him out.
insane.
It was, but don't you want? Have you met, you've met Colton? You've stood next to him 8 million times. He is Dolph Lundgren on skates.
You
He's a
don't want
beast.
to. You don't want to slap shot to the collarbone from that guy.
No, others yes, but not Colton Parayko. My God. So, do you think Ben Bishop was being kind of a baby about it?
Not necessarily. I'm sure he
Took
was.
an object to
I'm
the
not gonna
chest.
I'm
tell
sure
him.
he
20
was
miles
very
an hour.
injured.
Right.
I'm sure of that. But what was upsetting was seeing. I mean, this is all Twitter talking, but just people.
I saw it,
blaming-
and you got to stay off the
people
Twitter
blaming
comments.
him.
Right. Like, oh, what a cheap way to score. Shut up.
And people
Get out of here.
And then they like interviewed Colton and they were like asking him like, "What do you think you injured?" And he was just like, "I hope he's okay." Like, I don't know. I wasn't trying to hit him. Like,
I don't know if it's because of a recent episode of Barry that I'm feeling that he Colton messed up. Next time when they say like, "Oh, how do you feel?" He's like, "I was aiming for the throat." What do you want me to say? I was hoping it was going to take out his windpipe. Any more questions? I'm 6'5" and an elite athlete. Please give me some space.
Somebody made
or
a-
you'll catch the next one.
somebody made a meme that was just his picture and like a dead face, and it says, "If he's dead, he's dead."
That's very Travis Terrell of you. If he dies, he dies. Right? From Rocky.
That's what
Speaking
it, oh,
of
yeah, that's what it
Dolph
was. That's what it
Lundgren.
was.
Yeah,
That's
speaking of Dolph,
that's the
yeah.
whole meme.
Oh, I didn't realize that was from that, but it was really funny.
Which makes it even better that you brought it up. Gardner, your thoughts?
I didn't see it live. I saw replays. I was driving at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but I was on the phone with Ben Fredrickson of the Post-Dispatch at the time.
Name dropper.
And we were talking, and then out of nowhere, he just yells, "Oh my God, Colton Parayko just killed Ben Bishop." I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "I don't know. I think he hit him in the mask or the throat or something." And so then I'm making Ben Fred describe to me what's happening. He's like, "No, he got him on the shoulder. It looks like the collarbone." And I'm like, "Oh, those hurt.
Yep.
Collarbones are not a good break." But they were saying after the game he's fine. I don't believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's hockey. You never believe.
Anything.
There's a reason we don't believe hockey
Right.
injuries because it's the upper body, lower body thing to begin with. Number two, it's postseason, so they're even more clandestine with it at this point. And plus,
Add clandestine to Travis's sentence.
Clandestine?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
and it's like, yeah, I know he stayed in the game, but he was down for a bit and came out pretty quick after that.
Right, and that's the thing is they had a chance to take Bishop out of the game after he got right after he got injured, but they kept him in, and then we scored immediately after. But they're like, oh, that was such a cheap goal. They shouldn't have gotten that goal. Well, you guys also had a second to take him out and replace him, but you guys didn't.
I mean, he probably should have come out right away.
Probably.
Yeah, I believe my dad's broken his collarbone twice, and
He was
not a
rolling
fun thing
on
to
the
deal with.
ground.
Yeah, and all kidding aside, I'm sure Ben Bishop's a pretty tough guy. That's not gonna.
I didn't realize
he's
he
not
was St.
trying
Louis
to milk.
native.
Yeah. He
I
is.
was talking with my friend Hockey Larry
Oh, Hockey Larry.
at my local watering hole.
Is he akin to Hockey Bob, famous
They're a
stalker
little-
of Carly?
They're a little different. They like hockey, I guess. They have that in common. But we were discussing how we had both broken our collarbones at about the same age, in 8th grade. And our brothers treated us the same way, which we thought was hilarious. And they were just effing assholes about it. Because when you break your collarbone, you're put in a harness that wraps your shoulders back.
Little bitch ass.
So you have to do it's not, you don't look good at all.
Right.
And it's
It's not like a
uncomfortable.
cool horse harness.
No.
Horses look badass. They have their harness on, they're like, I'm carrying a bunch of stuff
I'm
in
a horse.
kegs. Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah, and you're fast.
Yeah.
Okay, damn it. No, but
Have you seen all the grain I can eat?
But you're your shoulders are pulled back like this, and you can't lay down per se because you can't roll over. So I had to sleep in a recliner. He had to do the same. But our brothers did the same thing. When our parents were gone, my brother would take a baseball and throw it at me, and try to make me have to move or raise my arm up to try and knock the ball away. And I took a couple in the face.
Yeah, you did.
And and so he's like, yeah, my older brother did the same. He would throw ashtrays at me and hit me in the face with ashtrays. And he's like, yeah, I hate my brother. And I'm like, I love mine, but I hated him then. But we both had the same reaction to our brothers, which was, when I get healthy, I will remember all of this.
I hope I'm not.
And you will feel this pain. You will feel the pain I'm feeling.
Yeah.
There will come a day, and your uppance will come.
Uppance will come. That's good. That's good usage.
I'm
And
still trying to get back at him.
you would appreciate this. I mentioned the collarbone things. And I hope I'm not sharing too much, but someone who I call my father, the collarbone thing, was his older brother broke his collarbone. Physically broke his collarbone.
Were they fighting?
Something. He was young, though, and he beat the brakes off him when he was 16, and his older brother was 23. So it comes back. It'll get back to you.
They're very uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable break because it's not a castable bone.
Right.
It's so it's just, you're still moving, and there'll be times where you kind of move and don't even realize it, and you've just, the pain just grabs you for a second. So
Yeah.
that's what really is the bothersome part of that is, in another bone, it's casted up. You felt that pain immediately when the break happens, but with the collarbone,
Right.
you're going to have moments throughout those weeks where you forget about it and something just jolts you, and then bam, you got that pain again.
We've got Marvis Morell in the comments section asking if there will be a Camera 3 Carly rant today. I will answer for Carly. If Travis hits share and we can grow this thing organically, maybe you'll get a Carly rant. I don't know. Carly, got a lot on your mind to rant about?
Possibly.
Right? Maybe etiquette at dog bars. Are people's big dogs stepping on Barb too much? How's your social life going with Barb out there? Every bar in St. Louis, by the way, let people take dogs on your patio. You'll be full every day. It feels like that's happening everywhere, right?
Yeah. People want to take their dog places.
Your dog's perfect for a bar. She's super chill. She hangs out. She'll
She's
literally
perfect for any
any occasion.
Any
Funeral,
weddings,
mass,
church,
divorce party.
divorce parties.
How's her bachelorette etiquette?
She can hang.
Can she drink water out of a penis straw?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's one of her talents.
Good. I like that. I wish TT was here so I could have him say Carl Malone's collarbone 5 times fast. That's Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer. He's in the comments, Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer, so do that. And guys, hit share.
sounds like
we got to grow this thing.
That sounds like a good email name.
It is.
Carl Malone's collarbone.
Carl Malone's collarbone. Carl Malone's collarbone.
See?
Carl Malone's collarbone. Collar Malone. I can't do it.
You can't do it.
There it is. do a sentence of the week for me. Gardner, we do this thing. It's a segment. People email in.
Yeah.
They can win $10 to Buzz's Wine Grill today.
Uh-huh.
What's our fair or foul topic today?
Well, I'm going to keep it topical from the weekend. I'll show you a little picture. Your fair or foul. Kentucky Derby hats.
Barb, your thoughts on Kentucky Derby hats?
She's a fan. She's a fan of Kentucky Derby because horses are just like large dogs.
Yep, that's a good point. And
biologically.
Right, and just the littlest thing can become a beautiful Kentucky Derby hat for Barb.
Barb loves hats. She's a big fan of hats. She wears them in a tolerant manner. And yeah, she has like 5.
Okay.
We didn't bring any.
What are they?
We
Just
should've.
like large flowers?
One is like a nice like pool boy sun hat situation. Another is like a ball cap. She has like a sombrero.
Oh, festive.
She gets very
and
festive.
culturally accurate.
Absolutely very culturally. She's a very cultured lady.
Uh-huh.
And especially because she's a Chihuahua, I want her to feel more close to her roots.
Right.
How did she enjoy Cinco de Mayo yesterday?
She enjoyed a day. I had to leave her for a while because I had to go work a blues bash at
Did you leave her with people to party at a Cinco de Mayo party, or did
Absolutely
she stay at home?
not. She would
Okay.
probably
She'd
try
get
to kill
lost.
herself. Yes,
Right.
Did
absolutely.
she wear the sombrero yesterday?
No, I didn't even think about it. I honestly wasn't thinking that it was Cinco de Mayo. I was thinking that it was Game 6, second round of the playoffs.
Oh, you were focused.
That's where my head was at.
Okay,
I
I
completely
understand.
dropped the ball. It's a missed opportunity. I wish there were more Mexican holidays in the year, honestly.
I bet there's a whole calendar full of them,
You know what? You're right. There's probably one today.
right?
It's for them, though. That would be appropriation.
Well, but she's.
You mean for her?
Yeah, no, that's in her roots.
Let's be
You're right.
respectful. Yeah.
From Billy Fat Pants.
Let me apologize.
Oh,
I am sorry.
She accepts.
wow. That was good. From Billy Fat Pants, Barb loves hot dogs, so of course she loves horses. Travis says he's a New Yorker. They don't share S.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
From the Triangle Assassin, horses are fast, but have to watch out for cutting off the competition. Speaking of, who saw the Kentucky Derby? That's his best Denman impression. That was good. So Kentucky Derby hats are your fair or foul topic.
Yes.
Email us, wall@weareliveradio.com. Winner gets $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. And Buzz's Hawaiian Grill, you can catch their locations all around town on their Facebook page. Did you know that, Carly?
No, because I don't have Facebook. Can
Oh,
you tell me if they're
no! Then you can just go to their website. Just search it
Oh,
out.
thank
That's
God.
right. Buzz's Hawaiian Grill, locations throughout the city. I believe they are in the general vicinity of our offices today. So maybe it's poke all day today.
I know exactly where I'm going after this.
Well, there it is. Barb was trolling Cherokee for churros over the weekend. Is that true, Barb?
Is that what you did when I was gone?
We got, oh, there it is. There's a close-up of it. Let's get Barb into that shot. And we are rocking and rolling.
Where's her sunglasses?
They fell on the floor.
Oh, no. Gardner, do we have a poll today? I think we call it a melee.
That is accurate. That is accurate. This coming off. Oh, wow.
Oh.
You ready for this melee, Barb? Okay.
Yeah.
Coming off Adam Sandler hosting Saturday Night Live.
Did you see this, Carly?
Not yet. I'm going to watch it today.
Watch it. Watch it. It
I'm
was.
planning to. Everyone said I've heard good things.
So I saw the Kit. I don't watch Saturday Night Live regularly, right? But saw the Kit Harington one that was really bad, I thought, and that last night was awesome. Or Saturday with Sandler, it was really good.
Yeah.
Not even the emotion. There is a tearjerker in it.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and it was really, really good. It reminded you how funny he is. I don't know if he wrote the stuff, but whoever wrote all that did a really good job. So I was highly impressed, and I don't know, it felt good to be reminded Sandman is who he is. It was fun. He poked an appropriate amount of fun in himself. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah. It was a good mix of nostalgia and well-written new stuff.
I feel like as of late, like within the last 10 years, he just gets a lot of shit for just doing really bad movies and whatever. But
he hit it off the top. I mean, it's a sketch show, so I can't spoil anything, right? But he literally, in his monologue, he was like, yeah, Lorne Michaels fired me in 1995, but yeah, my movies have grossed over $4 billion, so who knows? Who won that one? You know, it's like, wow, that's impressive, right? Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. It'll prove like why he was why he was an SNL cast member in the first place. Like he's a very dynamic performer, and people have just been like kind of giving him like
rightly so. A lot of his movies are made to
pretty
appeal
terrible
to a certain type
and
of person.
he plays the same character in a lot of things, but lest we forget, he's very talented.
Oh
he's very dynamic.
Don't forget it, because he there's a comedian by the name of Chad Zumock, and he posted something that I had to agree with. He said watching Sandler on SNL was like watching an NBA player in a pickup game on a regular, like going to the park to just randomly play. It's like, oh, there's some real star power with him. So, yeah, it was interesting.
Oh, that sounds
was
like
good.
a good. Yeah, it sounds accurate.
Definitely watch it.
So, the Melee.
While we eat our Buzz's Hawaiian Grill.
Which was Adam Sandler's best Saturday Night Live character? There are 4 options. Brian. That's the Denise show.
Denise.
Canteen Boy. Opera Man. Or Other.
Great poll.
That's your poll question. I do have a clip, if Carly's okay with watching just a clip of Saturday Night Live from this past Saturday.
Yeah, would love to.
Let's see it.
We're going to watch the Opera Man on Weekend Update.
This is funny, man.
It was pretty good. I haven't seen the whole show. I've only seen some clips with it, but I thought this was very good.
After a very long absence, here once again to look at people and places in the news is Weekend Update's Opera Man.
Game of Thrones are almost finito, molto exciting, edge of my seato. We can't wait for final show, so we can cancel our HBO. Kentucky Derby, very fast, oh. 1 in first and 1 in last, oh. Winning horse is magnificioso. Losing horse is delicioso.
Like a Bob woke up for that one.
Dear man, he cried,
Sergeant.
Tremo Pokeminayo. He said, Birdie Kicks. Just wait till the rat comes to the Knicks, please. Please, Kevin, and bring Kyrie. Pretty lady, goofy man, opera man, no understand. Silly face, but still he score. Where have I seen this before? Come on, let's go, man.
Seth Rogen's got a movie coming out with an attractive lady.
Kamala Gillibrand, Klobuchar Warren, they have slim chance, oh, they know where pants, oh. Corey, Pete, and Beto, we'll have to wait, oh. Here we go again, 70-year-old man.
Biden and Bernie taking each. It's so silly, but it's just so spot on. Oh, no, Biden.
Tropa, tropa, sniffa, sniffa, young or older, make no differ. Joe for this you, a one for Faro. To win White House, you need to bang porn star. Where did Mark go? He did not show. Check every single Wendy's. Trumpa dumpa, I make it the wall. I play it the golf, and they take it the fall. Trumpa dumpa, they are afraid to impeach. I get to make the wall. Putin makes me his beach. So very long since I've been around, 24 years and 24 pounds. So glad to be back Now I get the snack. Opera Man. Bye.
Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. There's a good mix of that. And I was trying to catch myself. I'm like, am I just wanting this to be really funny because I haven't found Sandler's work to be something I need to check out for a really long time? And no, I just think it was genuinely funny.
Yeah.
And it was good. And then, oh man, does his tribute from his special for Chris Farley live. Woo, got a little dusty.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, and that just showed, man, just think of the monsters that were on that show. You can never eclipse that, right? We had Tim Meadows in here, and you're sitting there, and he was like, what, 10th on the roster, whatever that was going, and that guy was, I don't know, pretty wild. Gardner, you did not see the episode?
I did not.
No. Do you have interest in seeing that episode?
I watched some clips.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I
get
went the
point.
clip route.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine with me.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't know what I was doing. Probably sleeping Saturday.
Sleeping? Yeah, I was proud of myself for staying up, being up late. Watch the whole thing.
You're proud of
You guys
It
are
was a big
fun.
night. Yeah, the big night.
Hey, I had some hot dogs for dinner. It put me to sleep. Hot dogs and nachos.
That's why the wild folks watch this show, right?
You're up past 10. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah. If you want to
Crazy.
stay up past 10 and do karaoke after comedy this Thursday, you can. Free Comedy Thursday at Southtown Pub this week. That's right. Who knows? Maybe the Blues, will they have a game Thursday? If they win,
I have
probably
no
not.
idea.
They do it. They just pull it like out of a random
That's what I'm thinking.
helmet, don't they?
Or they're like, what would St. Louis fans not want to do?
Right.
When's the worst time and worst day for everyone's schedule?
8:30 on a Wednesday.
Right.
That sounds fun. This Thursday, Southtown Pub Free Comedy Thursday continues. Be sure to stop by, have some fun with us, and watch some hockey at Southtown tomorrow night as well. We'll have a great lineup. This week it's Jason Brennan. He's Irish. Our friend Kate Barton, Brian McDowell, and Nathan Orton. It'll be a fun show and a very good time. I believe Jason was through last time whenever you were on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was funny. He was
Good
good.
people.
Absolutely, and everybody on the lineup will be very funny this week. Free Comedy Thursday continues at Southtown Pub. Gardner, we've got Travis in New York. I know we're going to get him back on tomorrow. Did we want to scare Barb with any photos of the big city? Are we good?
I think we're all right there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to the hockey game for a minute.
Please. Yeah, we've got the expert
You
in
brought up
studio.
yeah, we have Carly and Barb here.
Carly Pierre Lawrence.
Because you were tweeting out about a attendee of that hockey game.
Who?
Someone
You.
who
Barb?
became.
Barb was tweeting?
You were.
Oh.
About a certain someone who attended the hockey game.
Became
Oh.
noticeable.
Was Nolan Ryan there? What's going on? What's that, Carly? Did you need to go to her camera, Gardner? Is that what's happening?
happened?
What was that move you were doing to show me
I was
that?
trying to.
There's a little wiggle happening in studio.
Well, let's do that again.
Well, camera angle's off, so
Barb.
it's like it's censored.
Barb. There we go.
Barb, show off your 6. Mm-hmm. There you go.
2, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like 8.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I lose track.
you were following my Twitter feed, Gardner, huh?
He has notifications. turned
Hey,
on.
wait a minute.
look at this photo.
Oh.
Huh. So I popped on the old hockey match, and I was enjoying a day. Went and walked the dogs a bunch yesterday. Went on some hikes, some long walks, whatever you want to say. I was about to go back outside, and I snapped that photo behind the Dallas Stars bench. It looks like you're at I don't know, Studio 54.
I can't look away.
There is a woman front row, and she's right on Dallas coach's left shoulder with her date to her right, players right there, everything. She has what would best be described as netting. What is that, string?
Yeah, like a string
Mm-hmm.
situation.
And the string is doing nothing. Look how loose the string is. Like it's not like it's even.
Oh, there's
doing
just like a
anything.
piece of tape. Like there's some surgical work done there,
Yeah.
and she just basically, what'd she do? The 2-sided tape, Carly, and then just holds them there, but they're
I'm
there
not
for the
totally
world
sure
to see.
what's happening.
Right, and it's cold in those arenas
Right.
too. Out, if you're anywhere, if you're out on the town I'll even give you out on a Wednesday night at a wine bar, you're probably not going to think twice about this. but mixed in amongst a sea of Dallas Stars
Dudes in-
T-shirts
in
and suits,
sweatshirts.
and winter gear.
It's a bold choice.
That'll catch your eye, won't it?
Both of them.
It's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it did elicit some funny responses too. I believe our friend Tommy tweeted me. I don't know where you're going with the photos, but I was tweeted everything's bigger or something in Texas.
Oh, Texas, yeah.
Yeah, they did
Makes
that.
sense.
I responded with more like Bone Star State. Am I right?
Oh.
No, is that okay?
No, that's a good response.
That's
to the
pretty.
one that's
Yeah,
act-
and he was being
You
and he
stayed
was
on-
being stupid too.
You stayed on subject.
You gotta play to the crowd, right? Mm-hmm. Bone Star State.
Trying to
Keep We Are Alive.
Melissa in the comments. Stay in your lane, bro. Melissa in the comments. Even strippers like hockey. See, she went there with a clear motivation. Correct? She's like, I'm
commanding
She's like,
attention.
yeah, this dope took me to the hockey game.
She was
My
like-
next commercial gig is coming from this, right?
Oh yeah, she's the new Fiji water girl.
Yes, that's what I heard. Good for her.
She was like Marlon's man. Very noticeable.
yes.
Better attributes than him, I guess.
Would you say she's a glass cutter from Billy Fat Pants? I don't know. I didn't get a good view of things.
I once had Marlon's man yell at me on the phone.
Really?
Yeah,
Why? because
he screwed up a time for an interview.
So he screamed at you?
He was like yelling at me, and then I like yelled back.
You're like, bitch, don't forget, you're Marlon's man.
I got tired of listening to him, and I'm like, your secretary screwed it. He's got a secretary. Your secretary had the time. This is what we had agreed to. And I'm like, can you still do the interview?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I can still do it.
What?
Because he wanted the attention.
Of course he did. Do you know who Marlon's man is?
No.
He's a dude who goes to like every big time
He
Major
was
League
at the
Baseball.
Cubs card series over the weekend.
He shows up at these big baseball games no matter where he's at, what teams are playing. He has a Marlins hat and a Marlins jersey on, or shirt. He's a lawyer who has a bunch of expendable income and supposedly raises money for charity by doing all this. So do what you think. But it's a weird, like, it's the Cardinal Cowboy, but on a national level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You familiar with the
Yeah,
Cardinal
yeah,
Cowboy?
yeah.
How long did you guys date? Just like the Marlins man, a huge boob in the front row. That was good. Yeah.
See, there you
For
go.
the hockey matchup,
So
huh?
is that guy just trying to get his like 15-minute just
He's gotten 15 years of fame out
yeah,
of it.
but that's
It's-
how, yeah. But that's
'cause
how,
he-
does he kind of just do
He'll
it for
get those
attention, though?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He'll guise it in charity, but no, he likes his buddies texting him like, "Hey, Marlins man, I see you."
Durr.
Like that's his nickname, Marlins man.
Yeah, it's both, I think. So
Yeah, like one begets the other, whether the order
one
happens.
helps the other. Yeah.
Right. You know what helps me?
What?
Gateway Powder Coating.
was waiting.
There it is.
Wondering.
Very excited to continue working with Gateway Powder Coating. They're fast, durable, affordable. You can check out their website, gatewaypowdercoat.com, for all your powder coating needs. Carly, if Barb's wheels need touched up on her...
We're going to Gateway Powder
Yeah,
Coating.
that's right. Anything metal, if you can paint it, you can powder coat it. Be sure to support Gateway Powder Coating for you and your needs. So, Gardner, are you going to pay attention to Game 7? Like, are you going to watch it live for hockey?
We'll see.
I'll pay close attention.
I'll think about it.
Do you think...
What time's the game? 7? Just after 7?
Probably. I'll figure it out in the
It'll
morning.
probably be
of.
at like 9:15.
Right.
Yeah, p.m. Pacific time. Yeah.
I think I could work that out. I'll see what Jess is doing. I think Jess is off this Tuesday, so I might not.
You know, whatever. Just if you have time.
Yeah,
Just
if not,
squeeze
I'll
it in.
just look at Twitter every
If
once
not,
in a
you
while.
won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever.
It's fun
I'm not
watching
gonna
on Twitter
sca-
until you run into that stream of dorks that take it way too serious and like take things way personal. That's the one part about Twitter watching that bothers me.
I laugh.
Yeah.
I like laughing at that.
That's true. Yeah, it can be fun to kind of
like
take
smiling
note of
at
and
that.
enjoy yourself. Seth in the comments, what's up, Barb and humans? Barb's the star.
How much does she sleep per day?
20,
Great question.
23 out of 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Are we cutting into her sleep time now?
Absolutely.
Well, not
But
right now.
it's for the kids.
Her eyes closed for a moment.
Because she's trying to sleep.
Do you think she has narcolepsy?
Yes, I do think she has narcolepsy. I'm not playing.
What should we do? Should we get Dr. Ed in here to give her another free checkup?
A free evaluation. You know what? He answered some hard-hitting questions that I needed answers to.
So that actually explains it. Carly wasn't in here a week ago on a Monday. She was in here on a Wednesday.
Was it a Wednesday?
Dr. Ed's here every Wednesday.
Yeah, had to be.
It was
Boy,
that.
we are
I was
bad
here,
adults.
I was here that soon, or was it a Wednesday?
I think it was a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
When
that
you were
makes
here.
That
sense
feels more.
now. Yeah,
Right.
had to be. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
Dr.
right.
Ed didn't waste his time with us
He
on a
was
Monday.
looking at teeth. He was
Looking
Looking at
inspecting,
bee-holes.
Yeah, he was looking at all of the
Yeah.
orifices.
Yeah, that's very
I don't
true.
know why I just did what I did, but when you lifted up Barb's shirt, I did.
You did the look.
You
I like
did.
looked
You did
over.
like kind of like when I snapped my neck when the show off lady was on there. I was like, what's
Yeah.
going on here? I was confused because I wasn't like I was like, yeah. It was
Right.
more like, what are you doing? What's this?
Like you couldn't look away. It was like a car
Yeah.
accident.
So I'm not sure why I did that, but I did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Would that be a good rap lyric? Titties like a car accident.
You know what?
Because you got to look.
Work on it. You know, I think you
You
can
could stick with We Are Live.
You can do that.
Okay.
Should we
In your
ask?
downtime, you can play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Travis.
Why would you ask Travis?
He's black.
Okay. There it is. Are we gonna? So the times that Travis isn't on, are we gonna really work our ass off and do RoboTrav throughout the whole thing? Like, how do we do this? Do we
We
just
could-
talk bad about him behind his back?
I mean, RoboTrav's not a bad call.
I do like it, but is it asking too much of the producer?
I mean, it's going to be a little bit of jazz there. It's going to be a little ad lib.
You're not the best jazz musician.
No, I'm white. Jazz is a true American art form.
That's true.
That
And you have to be black
African-Americans
to successfully.
Well, they developed it,
happen.
yeah. And I don't dance at weddings for a reason, wedding receptions. So I'm not much of an improviser.
Have you guys done this? Have you been a random date to a wedding and had a bad? Somebody told me a story over the weekend how they set two of their friends up to go to a wedding together, right? The one guy's name was like his name and his nickname would be Aholic. So it would be like, hey, Chris Aholic's here, right? And they set him up with a friend of theirs to go to a wedding as the wedding date. Randomly, and it was like her friends and it was serious and all that stuff. Midway through the wedding, he's passed out at the table at the reception and out of control, like fell over, knocked a bunch of stuff over. She had to like carry him out, all this insane stuff. Long story short, gets him home. It was this huge to-do. And then she goes to scream at the friends that set him up, and they're like, his name was Aholic. What did you think that was just a clever thing? She's like, well, I just thought he was a good time at parties. And that happened. Have you guys ever had anything near that happen? Have you been
their
a random date?
First time.
They had never met. It was a random, like, hey, she really needs a date. You guys are both fun, nice, whatever. And the guy just it was an S show, big time.
Oh wow!
Is that the craziest thing you've ever heard for like a random wedding date? I've seen people bring.
Why would the friends set him up?
I think they thought,
What
you
a
know,
weird
maybe it would
first
work.
date situation.
Well, I think you could be. I think there's. So once you get older and you realize, like, let's not waste the plate charge on a random person. You can just be single at the wedding you're at. But I remember being younger, going to a bunch of weddings, and people were like, "Oh, I need a date for the wedding."
Yeah.
It's almost like a dance, right? So the part where you randomly have someone and they're just your accompaniment for the evening, that's not that wild, I don't think. And not necessarily a date, too, right? We're just like, oh, they were a wedding date.
The problem is if you knew that was a
A possibility.
legitimate possibility, like
Maybe there
better
was a
than
little,
coin
like,
or like a coin flip even.
right, that he was going to pull that.
That's a tough
Yeah.
pairing to make.
Yeah. So you blame
Because
the
you-
friends a little bit.
Well,
I blame the friends because the
there's a
friends
they
lot
would
on
have. They
that.
would have never connected.
Yeah.
the
That's
friends
fair.
try to go back and blame her.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
That's,
how could you not know? It's like, well,
You can't put that on
I
her.
trusted you guys. Like,
right.
You're supposed to be my friend.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
at
Like,
least she was
what if Carly recommended Travis as a wedding date to someone, and they came back the next day, and you're like, how was it? And they're like, everything was fine, but he very obviously had Ziploc bags in his pockets, and he was taking food for later, which
He called
Actually, now that I think about it,
called
Carly
the
is
groom.
done.
I do that.
Yeah,
He called the
regularly.
groom racist.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
He did. They played
Was he?
Dixie
Was
Delight,
he?
and he walked out of the room. It was really awkward. It was one of those things. We didn't see it coming, but hey, that's how it happened. Have you guys been I've seen people kind of act goofy at wedding receptions. They're like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "Oh, that's Bill's date. He's dealing with a divorce. Let him have his fun." But I haven't seen anything go quite that wrong. I've seen fights start at wedding receptions.
Wow.
That was pretty funny.
I've seen one fight at
Have
a
you?
wedding reception. It wasn't
There was
long. It was like one punch.
right.
But it was the cops were called, so.
I'll say this. There was and this is funny because they would talk about it. The night before the wedding reception or after or whatever, the groom's father and brother got into it with someone. But the groom's dad had a hat on that said FBI, not like the thing said female body inspector.
Yeah.
They were about to come to blows, but like it could not have been funnier because you have a female body inspector hat on. Like it's pretty awesome, right?
No, like,
That's hilarious.
You could get those cards at Spencer's Gifts. I was actually
Yeah.
talking to someone about that over the weekend. A friend of mine who's got like one of those honorary doctorates from a university.
In boobology.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, well, I'm a doctor. I go, no, you
Right.
got this doctorate. Basically that piece of paper is like when someone goes to Spencer's Gifts and gets the FBI card that
Oh,
says
that's so funny.
federal booby investigator or whatever. Like that's the same thing, same qualifications. It's the same. It means as much as that piece of
Yeah.
paper. It's nothing.
Right.
Like and I do realize a little bit of irony in making fun of, I don't know, making fun, but questioning someone's behavior at a wedding reception. I think I've only had one incident myself, and it wasn't at the reception.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in the clear.
How do we feel about this from the Black Sheep? My name on Facebook for a while was Andrew Paul. Went to a wedding my wife was in for a couple I had known for 2+ years. When I went to find my table, my last name wasn't there, but there sure was a spot for Mr. Paul. They went to Facebook for the last name. That's pretty funny.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's very millennial issue, right? At a wedding,
For sure.
right?
How do you
Like, does
figure out
that
the
mean
name?
there's some that are like Carly truly blessed #1 Lawrence? Like, does that go on her wedding spot?
I
I
go
hope
to-
so.
Yeah.
What is this? At CWG18.
Yeah, right?
That's me.
That's perfect. Who's Cash Evans?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know that.
What is this?
Billy Fat Pants reminds us that woman got a meal on the show for
Yeah.
her wedding date. Yeah. So
Yeah.
why complain?
A story to tell.
It depends on what he knocked over, I guess.
It's just some chairs and
Okay.
just made a loud kind
A
of
ruckus.
kerfluffle of things.
At least it's not like the gift table or
Yeah.
the cake.
I've been guilty of the.
It's not like he got into bed naked with the groom's grandmother or
I
something
mean, like,
like
unless
that.
he did,
boom,
then they'll just add
That happens to people.
Does.
That
people
happens
in general.
to, I'm sure, many people.
Yeah.
Both
Lots.
sides.
Both sides.
A lot. I'm sure all the time that happens. Not to just me.
Specifically, I have been guilty of the
That once.
throw a small fit whenever you're at your significant other's. It's their wedding that we're like. It's their friend's
Yeah,
wedding,
yeah.
right? I've been guilty in the past of throwing like a minor fit because I'm having a blast, having a good time. And it's like, I'm sleepy. And I'm like, I'm here partying with Steve, who's in from Michigan. And you want me to make friends? I made friends. You know what this means when we make friends. We got to hang out. We're going to brunch tomorrow. and then you think about
going
it.
to
Yeah.
brunch.
And then you think about it and you're like, or you could have just said, yeah, I get it. And let's go. Yeah, let's go before we're knocking tables over
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, that's definitely been my
Hilarious.
issue for many wedding dates where it is. They're like, you're not having fun. Steve's aunt is a good time. Like it's not something you want to get into. I'm against wedding gifts. You find happiness, so my single ass has to go out and buy you a blender or something? No thanks. That's from Seth. See, you kind of think of it as trade a gift for some food and booze.
I've always wondered what the etiquette is on like second marriages. Like,
See, I have a little. So people start getting married pretty young where I'm from.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, I got to give everybody $100, no matter what. $100. It's their wedding. $100. $100. $100. after you go to your like 30th wedding, the one summer everybody gets married, and then the next summer half of them are divorced or something, you start like really reevaluating where you're like, I get it, you have a good time and all that, but do we have to do this again if you go to number 2 or 3? Like,
See,
I think it depends on the
because-
person.
Yeah, well, and it like, because you don't want to, let's say it's a guy friend of yours getting married. You get the normal gift the first go round. Some years later, let's just arbitrarily go with 8. 8 years later, they're divorced,
The chances are
But-
most of your friends are going to get divorced. by the
but
way.
getting remarried. So, he's got a new lady.
Mhm.
Is she going to be asking like, hey, what did so-and-so get you for your first wedding?
Ooh. Well, I
And
think
then
she
say,
has to
does this
understand.
mean that this person likes me or doesn't like me? I think about stuff like that because I wonder just how people are thinking myself. And I don't know the answer, is the thing. I don't know the answer. So I don't know what the rules should... I think you should take the pressure off the people attending the wedding. But
I think it's fair to
I don't
give
know how
gifts,
you do,
though.
because what if it's the girl's first marriage?
Correct, yeah.
So there's not a formula, I think.
I don't feel burned by anything. It's a wedding, you get to go, you have fun. You're giving them a gift as a celebratory thing. Or,
All right, you got Crate and Barrel the first time. You're getting Target this time.
Right. Meredith says a wedding's a great cheap first date. You learn so much about the other person and get cake.
I've
That's
been
a great point.
Best man twice, and each one this was during my drinking career. They made a rule where I could only have 2 drinks before I gave the speech.
That's hilarious. And they
And
knew.
they had a spy on
That's
me.
fair.
Yeah. What's the acceptable cutoff for the bar? Does it depend on the location of the reception? We failed to do one, and my bar tab was nearly $10,000. It's from the Black Sheep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where it gets you. See, I mean, the cutoff, I think when you're younger, you're like, come on, free bar. Cut it off at midnight, cut it off at 11, because people want to keep partying. Cool, that's fine. But yeah, set a limit, right? Again, the 3 of us, the worst people to discuss wedding etiquette ever, right?
I haven't bought a wedding gift for anyone like ever.
Really? You
Like,
just show up, have a good time?
And I hope that I just slide under the radar and enough other people bought enough gifts
People know.
that.
People know.
And then-
I think I think the bride more than
I
anything
still
knows.
owe like probably 2 right now.
I
I've
owe
made
many.
note of them. We'll get around to it maybe.
That's how I feel. But then now it's like, oh, we haven't talked in 8 years. Do I still owe them? I
think
always
you're-
thought like
I
I'll
think-
make
well,
I'll
the
make
rules-
enough money one day that I can get you a nice.
Boy, that adds up because
gift.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're like, oh,
Because
I'm
I've never
gonna take
been in a
care of you.
very financially stable situation, and
Right.
people
I
have
understand
people's
that.
registries. Why marble coasters that are $40 a piece? Are you kidding me?
Buyjack.com, get your own coasters,
What's
right?
Buyjack.com.
Yeah, don't forget it. No, that is an interesting thing because you should have a good time. And the open bar, like I think if you're gonna have it, like come on, you're asking people to give up their Saturday. Maybe that's just built into it. If you don't want to do that, that's totally
I
fine.
wonder
But
if like anyone gets married just because they need new stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, we need new pots and pans.
But back to like this.
Should we go buy it at Williams and Sonoma?
Let's just get married.
Let's just get married. We got a whole bunch of stuff. I'll get that new vacuum cleaner. Hey, maybe we'll get a shark. Get one of them sharks. Something like that. I wonder how many people have brought that into consideration. My friend Sean, he was going to get married no matter what to his current wife. The timing happened because he needed health insurance. And he could get on her health insurance
Good for them.
because he had the condition with his colon and his bladder where he was flatulating out of his penis.
Thank you. Always love
And-
hearing about that.
Love details.
And so he needed the surgery. So they got married at that time. It was going to happen, but they bumped it up because, hey, somebody needs surgery. Somebody needs health insurance. Like,
Carly.
what other-
Oh, please go ahead, Gardner.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I was trying to think if Carly and I got married, just like as a like a convenience thing, like a green card marriage or something. Like we would, what's that get us? Like, do I get like maybe a set of Blues tickets and then you'll get a couple podcast appearances? Like, could you think of A worse pairing.
We could trade. We could make that trade.
Okay, we could do something out of it.
I had Carly's camera on because I wanted to get her reaction.
Get her reaction. Like, where's he going with this? This is weird. Yeah, this is an odd way to spring this
good idea.
on
We'll
me.
talk about that off air.
Yeah, be sure. I'm just trying to think, like, Carly, is there anything that could benefit? Carly gets a couple extra free spots at the Southtown Pub Comedy Show.
Yeah, sounds fair.
I don't really have much. I don't really have much to throw out there for a sham marriage. I apologize. You want stock in Midcoast Media? Okay, there it is.
Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a special guest that's entered the room. Gardner, may I have her join us? Is that okay with you? I'll tell you guys about St. Louis Counseling Services. Well, we have a surprise joining us. St. Louis Counseling Services, businesses, individuals, be sure to check them out. They've got a podcast called Mental Health Matters. They discuss all kinds of very taboo subjects. Mental health, not always the easiest thing to talk about. They're here to help you to put it out and to get rid of that stigma, everybody. That's St. Louis Counseling Services right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Special guest in studio. When Barb comes, it brings out the fans. It brings out everybody. This is Lynette. She's a co-owner of Pet One St. Louis West. I hit her up. I was like, hey, were you wanting to give Barb some love? I don't know. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Get up on that mic. You got to let them know.
I love that shirt.
Oh,
right?
Thank you so much.
Huge Blues fan, too.
I see the nails. Yeah, love it.
So Lynette runs around. They deliver fresh pet food everywhere. And I didn't know if you'd be back in soon. It worked out where we didn't trust Travis to log in today to come in. What do you have? What's going on, Lynette? This is great.
Ears.
This is the best ambush ever, right?
Okay, this is yours.
She's
Okay.
shocked.
For Barb, because it has
Okay.
all kinds of.
Oh my
tiny-
gosh.
She
tiny
destroyed
little
that
things.
salmon last time. This is the best product placement ever. Barb,
Oh wow.
this is a good endorsement deal. So
Do I get
Carly's opening up a
everything?
large bag. Oh my goodness. How many
Barbara.
salmon gave their lives for
What's
that
in
bag?
there?
Holy cow. Barb is losing it. This is my favorite thing ever.
This is the
See,
main process for the salmon.
yeah, that's the
Oh
best
my
part of this is there's no way, like if Travis were here, we couldn't bring in a gift bag that would get him this excited. This is fantastic.
Oh,
I mean, I
gosh.
could probably bring.
You could do
These
something.
You might like
things.
the salmon.
Yeah. You know, oh my
Big
gosh.
fan.
This
Big
is
fan of Pet
perfect.
Ones.
Yay.
What is that? What's she chewing on? Elk bone?
That's a bully stick.
A bully stick.
She loves
Is Barb a bully?
sticks.
Yes.
This is hilarious. Good for you. Who's the other bag for?
And this is for Barkley.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, excellent.
Oh my
I have
gosh,
larger things.
Barclay.
I will make a special delivery.
Aw. Does Barclay steal the heat from you a little bit on the social media? I mean, do you get jealous?
Yes, he steals the heat from everyone.
Okay, I got
He
it.
is a celebrity in his own right, and
He has people just stop in the middle of their workday and bring them bags to be delivered.
yes.
Look at Barb going to town on this. Can we get a close up on Barb?
loves it.
This is amazing with her bully stick. Oh my gosh. This is great. If you guys are watching the video,
I think she knows what's happening. Oh, there.
you're going to have to use that in your social media. Lynette, you stopped by. Let's get you a plug-in. How do we get deliveries like this to people's homes?
So you can check us out on our website at www.pet1stlouiswest.com.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Just look at Carly.
Now, I
Just-
also want you to know that I added some calming balm. I kind of listened to the podcast when you were on last time talking about him and how he's a little squirrely. So
It's Barkley?
yes.
Yeah.
So I have calming balm in there, and
Oh
he's
my
on the
gosh.
ice, so I have paw wax.
Oh
They're
my
gonna love it.
gosh. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna win him over.
This is what Carly's gonna be like a witch with candy for kids. Like she's gonna come here, you little puppy. That's amazing. Well, hey, what a great way to end the show
Yeah, thank you.
this hour.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so
thanks for stopping by. You
excited.
texted me. I was like, it worked out
you.
perfect. Gardner, you want some menthol?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, we'll do that. Check out Pet One St. Louis West, great sponsor here on the show. Congrats, Barb. Nobody's bringing me. anything.
I'm busy right now. Thank you so much. We can talk later.
It's We Are Live. We'll come back on the other side. Get your fair fouls in. We're going to give away $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. The topic today, Kentucky Derby hats. Did you wear a Kentucky Derby hat this weekend, Lynette?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I was working.
Okay, well, that's fair. Entrepreneurs will do that. Guys, quick break. We'll let Gardner get a menthol. We'll be right back.